All right, let's get right into it. We talk a lot about getting a raise or hitting some magic salary number, but what does that number actually buy you? In terms of real, honest to God freedom. Today, we're going to break down the actual math and find that exact tipping point, the moment your money finally starts working for you.
And it all starts with a feeling I think we all know. You're standing at the counter, you really want the guac, but you're literally running calculations in your head. Is this $2.75 going to mess up my whole week? Let's just call this what it is, guacamole math. Now, put that feeling up against this one. Someone who just decides on a whim to book a last-minute flight for the weekend. Just 'cause. No mental math, no second guessing. These two people, they're not just living different lifestyles, they are living in completely different financial universes. So that's the big question, isn't it? Where is that line? At what specific income do you finally get a real meaningful gap between what you make and what you have to spend? So that constant anxiety can finally take a back seat and you can actually start building something. Let's find out. To figure this out, we're going to follow the journey of a guy we'll call Marcus. We're going to watch his paycheck grow and see how that gap between his income and his expenses changes. And in some cases, how it really, really doesn't. So Marcus starts his career making $38,000 a year. And it's important to remember that salary actually puts him ahead of about a third of all full-time workers in America. So how does that actually play out in his monthly budget? Well, the math is just brutal. After taxes, he's bringing home about $2,375. But his basic can't avoid them expenses. We're talking rent, food, car, student loans. That all adds up to $2,845. He doesn't have a gap, he has a hole. He has $470 in the red before he's even bought a cup of coffee. See, this isn't a budgeting problem, it's a pure math problem. And this is where you see this really cruel irony of the system. At this income level, everything is designed to profit from you being on the edge. Overdraft fees, high-interest loans, rent to own. It all exists to pull money from the people who have the least of it. Being poor is expensive. Okay, but let's jump forward 5 years. Marcus works hard, gets a big promotion, and now he's making 65 grand. This has got to be a game changer, right? On paper, things are better. His budget can technically balance now. But that margin, man, it is razor thin. After he puts just enough in his 401k to get his company's match, his gap, his breathing room, is only $317 a month. At that pace, just building a tiny 3-month emergency fund would take him almost a year and a half. And that's if absolutely nothing goes wrong. And that's exactly what this feels like. It's an upgrade for sure. You've gone from actively drowning to just treading water. But your financial gap is so tiny.